Hey guys, we are making creamy garlic chicken noodles, or chicken soup. No noodles, guys, we're low carb. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons of butter into my skillet, and we're gonna melt that. And again, it's the Kerrygold. If you want a healthy fat butter, this is made from grass-fed cows. I'm gonna stick this butter back in here, and I'm gonna stick it in the fridge real quick so it stays cold. So this only takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and a half ingredients. The half ingredient is optional, so I'm gonna say 6 ingredients. So this is a super easy one. Never made it before, guys, but hey, I'm always looking for new recipes. This is low carb. It's going to be 2 carbs per serving, so that's awesome. This is only going to make 4 servings, so it's not making a whole lot. We're gonna add shredded chicken to this pan. Guys, I cheated. I went to Sam's Club, bought a rotisserie chicken. It was $4 something. Brought it home and just tore it apart. It's not really shredded, but it's in bite-sized pieces. Cheap, easy, fast. If you have a really busy life like me, that is perfect. So as soon as we get that butter melting a little bit better here, we're gonna add the chicken in. And it is 2 cups of that chicken. So if you want to buy regular chicken and make it, they're saying it's 1 large breast. Make sure your hands are clean. And again, for chicken soup, I don't care if it's, like I said, I have it in like little pieces. It will be fine. Okay, so there's 1 cup. This butter is almost melted. I'm gonna add that in. And then we're gonna add in a 2nd cup. So looking at this, and I filled these cups a little over full, you get about 4 cups of chicken out of the rotisserie chicken. That was with me giving my dog some as I was tearing it apart. So maybe 5 cups. Okay, I'm gonna stick this other bag in the fridge. I did not need it. All right, it says we are just going to coat it with the melted butter. It's gonna be warming as it's getting coated with the butter. And then we're going to add in 4 ounces of cream cheese that is cubed. So I happen to have 4 ounces because I had another recipe that called for 4. So I just cut it in half. So all I have to do now is cube this. And that's probably just so it melts easier because cream cheese is kind of a pain in the neck to get melted and blended in to things. And I'm just using my fingers, guys. They're clean. I washed them before I started, I assure you. Never made this, guys. Brand new. I'm always looking for new recipes. Elizabeth sent this to me. Sounded really yummy. Now, I will tell you, it called for a specific blend, seasoning blend. I've never heard of it. I wasn't running out and buying it. So I just Googled how to make my own. So I used my own version of it. And I will tell you what was in it. Let me wipe my hands off. And we will get, well, I'll leave this here for my dirty stuff. So we're just gonna stir this around, and I need a better spoon. Everybody having a great Saturday? Okay, so it says, add the cubes of cream cheese. You're gonna add your seasoning. It's 2 tablespoons of Stacy Hawkins garlic gusto seasoning. First of all, I've never heard of it. I'm not even sure my store carries it. I just made my own garlic gusto seasoning. So I Googled it, got a recipe. In this is, let's see, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of paprika, a little salt, a little oregano, a little basil, and parsley. Now the one recipe called for Parmesan cheese. I am going to add that because I think that'll be good in this, but I'm not putting it in the spice because I would have to refrigerate it, and I don't want to have to refrigerate it. So it's 2 tablespoons of the spice. You can see there is a little bit left. So I'm just going to sprinkle some down into the pot. Again, that's not necessary. It wasn't called for in the recipe. But I didn't have that seasoning. So you just get your own, make it do. All right. Mix to blend. Once the cream cheese has melted, is evenly distributed, we can add our chicken broth. This is still working it, melting out of that cube. Okay, I think we're good now. So it is a 14.5 ounce can of chicken broth. We're gonna add that in. I'm gonna give that a nice stir. Smells good, guys. It really does smell good. All right. Heavy whipping cream. So it is a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. Guys, I am very particular about my heavy whipping cream. You do not want the ingredient carrageenan in it. So you really have to watch because most of the heavy whipping creams have it. Horizon Organic does not. Some Sam's Club Members Mark does not. Mine does not. I'm up in Pennsylvania, but I have people in other states that says their Sam's Club Members Mark does. So I don't know if it's a different manufacturer, but you do want to read everything and make sure there's no carrageenan in there. All right, so we want a 1/4 cup of this heavy whipping cream. Whoops, it helps if you take the seal off. I just bought this last night. I went on a Sam's run last night. There is a 1/4 cup. We're gonna add that in, and then we're gonna bring it to a boil. I'm gonna show you what this looks like at this point. Can you see down in there? That's what the soup looks like at this point. It also says it's optional. You can add a little bit of salt. I do not want to add much. If you're keto, highly recommend Himalayan pink salt. I am not keto, guys. I am low carb, but I do drink ketones, which put me in ketosis like keto. So we're flushing a lot out of our system. So if you're going to use salt, use Himalayan pink salt. Help replace some of those electrolytes. Okay, we just need to wait for this to come to a boil. I'm going to throw these two things back in the fridge so we can keep them nice and cold. Wonder if anybody has made this. Is it yummy? I'm always looking for new recipes, trying to find new recipes for you guys. If you're new to me, guys, my name is Sue. I'm from Western Pennsylvania, small little country town called Chicora. I have lost 42 pounds eating low carb and drinking ketones, which put me into ketosis in 59 minutes or less of drinking it. I have kept that weight off for 1 year now. Whoop, whoop. Very excited about that. I have figured out it is a lifestyle change. I did it gradually. I gradually switched us over to almond flour, coconut flour, sugar replacements. Now my husband and son are not low carb, so they do buy their own sugar. They do buy bread because they can have whatever they want for breakfast, lunch, and snacks. They eat my meals, which are strictly low carb. I find meals that remind them of meals that we used to have, you know, pizza and pastas, just in new ways. And they eat them, they don't complain. I don't even know that they really know that they're healthy. So that is key. You do not want to be making 2 dinners. You will never stick with it. 1 dinner, guys. Got to figure out a way to make it work. Let me throw this stuff out. I share all my recipes. I have a Facebook page you can find me on. I cook 6 days a week on there. So look me up. It's under Susan Surrena, S-U-R-R-E-N-A. You can get lots and lots of recipe ideas. I also have a recipe blog. You do have to be my friend on Facebook to have access to it. So make sure that you friend request me on Facebook. Make sure you told me you came over from YouTube, and I will get you hooked up with that link. All right, guys, all this has to do is come to a boil. Then we have to reduce the heat and simmer 3 to 4 minutes, and it's good to go. I will take a picture when it's completely done, and I will let you know how it tastes. Well, I don't think it's gonna look any different, so I'm just gonna show you. This is the soup, okay? Matter of fact, why don't we just get a little bowl and taste it now? That way you know Let me get like a little something to scoop some out. I don't want a lot because I want to let it boil. Because technically it's not quite done yet. It hasn't reached the boiling stage, but I'm going to give it a try. Oh, that's good, guys. That's very good. Very, very good. I give that a thumbs up. I might add to the bowl itself maybe a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top. But that is good. That is very good. All right, guys, have a great night. Make sure you friend request me on Facebook, and thanks for watching.